Alright, week 13. Hopefully this one's on time. It should be. Real problems. But let's take a look here at all of the entries from the previous week. The previous week's competition was to take a real-life coaster and turn it into a family coaster by changing the layout, doing things, whatever. It couldn't be more than 40 miles an hour, and it couldn't have more than 2 inversions. So we've got the full gang here. We got Zonies.
Howdy.
And we got KW6S.
We're going to do this.
This first entry is from Hazy. And let's see if you can guess what it is before I reveal what the original inspiration coaster was, what it's named.
Okay, family invert. That's cool.
Using the second gen trains, but I'm assuming this is meant to be using the...
Okay, family invert with an inversion, I do see. Now, another thing is I'm curious how drastically the ride type has changed, because this could be something from like a thrilling wooden roller coaster they managed to turn into a family invert layout, so I'm not sure.
I'm assuming this is meant to be the like the B&M family trains, but like the two across, but we'll see.
I am waiting to make those until we get pictures of the Phoenix Rising trains up close, like full pictures of the train.
I mean, we
That's
have
all I need.
The other ones.
Really, only 40 miles an hour?
Their Phoenix Rising ones are different. They're not the same.
Okay, that's good to see. Then.
No, they are.
Yeah, this
track.
I mean, I guess, you know, family coaster is a very wide, very broad definition. Like, family
it is
just mean anything with a low enough height requirement. But
this only goes like max
pretty
40 miles.
Thrilling. At least the first bit of it seemed pretty thrilling.
It is.
Yeah, it is fun.
I can't. You know, my only 2 requirements were less than 40 miles an hour, which was like 65 kilometers an hour, and no more than 2 inversions. Which, excuse me.
Oh, backwards car.
Interesting.
Just one backwards car. There's one on the other one too.
Let's look at the layout and see if we can see what it is supposed to be.
Nemesis Inferno.
I think you got it. It's Nemesis Inferno. They called it.
Okay.
They just called it Nemesis Inferno Young Embers.
Huh.
And they said, as soon as I saw the prompt, wanted to tackle something that I consider to be a super intense coaster, being someone who prefers the Inferno Nemesis. Could not do my baby justice. Tried to keep the ride layout as close to the original as possible, while also limiting the inversion count to 2. Make sure to brave it backwards. So that is intentional. Some issues with collisions that would have been fixing using a custom station, but I have no skills. That's okay. This is such a short notice thing. You can come back to that later when you do have the skills. Or you can get the skills and fix it soon, because that's what these are kind of all about. So this time we use some area auto. Wonder if you recognize it. It's the one only good version of the Nemesis Inferno theme tune. I don't, because I have never been there, but I'll take your word for it.
I'm not British enough.
Well, I guess fortunately. I was gonna say unfortunately, but no, this is cool.
Here's where I live.
No, this is cool. I mean, assuming this stays under 40 miles an hour here, then this is cool. Only 2 inversions. It switches out one of the corks here for, or I guess it's more of a 0G roll, isn't it? For a twisted hill. And I guess cuts the... Nemesis Inferno has a loop, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it cuts the loop out entirely. Which is cool. That's exactly what I was trying to see. Very nice, I would say. Assuming this stays under 40 miles an hour, because I'm not sure it does, but my 2 reference coasters for what family coasters were Fire Chaser Express and the Wing Coaster at Legoland.
Germany?
Yeah, Germany. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Deutschland. Both of those go about exactly 35 miles an hour. So I added an extra 5s to that for a prompt, just so that it, you got a little bit more wiggle room. But we'll see.
I feel like 35 would have been kind of evil.
Yeah, but it
There's
also
35, everybody probably would end up doing like Piscatties and like Gravity Group Family Woodies and like bobsleds.
Yeah, they would have ended up being really small. So 40 has a little bit more wiggle room, but I'm not entirely sure what that looks like just based on looking on this, but we'll see. This one's very cool. Let's take a look at the next one here. All right. This one is by a werewolf. We got a wooden coaster.
Yeah.
Some funky stuff going on with the supports here, but I'm here for it.
Oh, they're trying to make okay. They just set the steel really big.
Yeah, I guess I could have used the 3-inch instead of the 6-inch.
Oh, is this
ones.
a family Gravity Group villain at Jaga Lake?
That is
That's cute.
exactly what it is. It's the real life coaster is the villain, and it is a mini. It's called Mini Villain. I'm not familiar with that layout, so I would not have gotten that.
It's very similar to Ghost Rider, the villain layout.
Interesting.
Except like not L shaped.
Interesting. Oh, they got little Outer Banks in there. That's fun. Yeah, I'm not
That's a wacky layout.
I'm not
Very
too
cool.
familiar with this original layout, so I'm not sure I have too much to. Oh,
Oh,
Threw it in there.
everyone took the 2 inversions and ran with it. Which is not what I was expecting. I was expecting the 2 inversions. It was like an if you want to do something cool, not a you need to.
Yeah.
The supports look cool.
Yeah, I would say next time choose one of the smaller like L brackets whenever you're selecting them all and turning them into a steel.
Yeah,
support style.
the smaller L's are definitely what they usually use at least.
Yeah.
And if you're going for this like steel look, you can choose the no color support too, which would probably make it look really nice. But this still looks pretty good. And this does look better for the ledgers, because those do have to be larger.
yeah.
The roll edition's kind of fun, and the reverse banks.
Yeah.
It's like a reinterpretation. I don't know, it's like a completely fresh interpretation instead of just a family coaster like
Yeah.
we do. Like the storage track with the extra train on it too. Very nice. Nice, small, sticks to the original, from what I've heard explained, especially because I got it that fast. But very cool. Let's take a look at the next one here. Alright, this is TB.
Mustang.
They say they built it in 2 days due to schedule conflicts. One of the largest products in terms of 3D modeling, custom support, railing work, and more.
I'm excited.
Horse.
I see the horse.
Mustang.
Let me guess what.
Oh,
yeah.
it's Maverick, isn't it?
Maverick.
Oh, what are these trains?
Oh, that's dope.
Oh,
Those are
those
my
are
penguin track trains.
Oh, I didn't recognize them. I haven't seen them before.
Yeah. That's dope. I was not expecting to see these show up.
Oh, so it's. Yeah, you're right. It's Maverick.
Yeah.
It's Maverick reimagined as a penguin trek.
Yeah.
As a why did SeaWorld buy this kind of coaster?
True, although it does fit in pretty well in their lineup.
Yeah. But it's like, you really need to go to
I think it's
B&M.
because they have like a real family like coaster.
Yeah, it's got
Besides Strange Atlantis.
a big, tall, swoopy turn.
Yeah, it's going to be really popular, I'm sure. Oh, we do get one inversion.
Yeah. Maybe someday B&M will go upside down without an over-shoulder restraint or a vest.
I feel like that day is coming sooner than you might think. Because
Yeah.
the Penguin track already happened over the shoulder lap bars. I feel like it's only a matter of time before the new Class 5 version of those.
Airtime
Ooh,
watch.
Double
Double
airtime.
Ooh,
airtime
that's
watch.
cool. Like a double bump.
That is cool.
This is dope.
This is cool. This is a really nice interpretation.
Yeah.
Let's go. Are we gonna get Kitty Stengels?
There it is.
Yeah, Stengel. And then back up to the station.
What a fun ride.
That's really cute. The 3-car, I guess it's 4 with this, but it keeps the same
Yeah.
like relative length. Taking it down from 2 inversions to 1 is also.
Are you using my track model or the in-game B&M track?
This looks like the regular B&M track. I think I see the. Yeah,
Oh,
the
that's
guide
what
wheels
it
are
is.
clipping
Oh,
a little
yeah.
bit. 'Cause
Yeah,
the,
that's what it's gonna be.
yeah, because the Penguin track.
Penguin track is 1 meter gauge. The normal B&M track is 1.2 gauge.
Yeah, it's a little bit smaller.
Yeah. Oh, just curious.
The mini like Stengel that doesn't get anywhere near even 90s.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah. It's so cool seeing like my trains use like really unique meat projects like this. You know.
Yeah, and it's cool just seeing these like. You know, this is the kind of like goofy interpretation that's like loose but close enough that you can absolutely see what was intended here that I was like going for. This isn't something I would have thought of either, so this is really cool.
Wasn't Kelton trying to do like Family Maverick?
I have no idea.
He was. He was talking about it.
We'll see further we go.
With these like cues too. Yeah, you
A lot
got
of
the
effort
3D
put
all
into
in
this
here
one.
too, yeah. Very nice. Love to see it. And the horse is fun, always. Alright, let's take a look at the next one here.
I'm like closing my eyes whenever you scroll through the menus so that I don't get spoiled whenever you click on something.
That's all good. This one is by Carter.
Oh, well, that one's obvious.
Yeah, it's-
I wonder what this could possibly be.
I wonder. The additional comments are better than the original. There's
Wait,
a
this is
fast
number
look.
40?
That's only 40 down there?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see, because that definitely looks fast.
Yeah, this still looks... This just looks scaled down, but still, like... The airtime still looks really strong.
Yeah.
It's definitely smaller, and it's also definitely like redone to adjust for the smaller size.
Yeah.
I just don't know if it's quite as small.
Yeah, that
as it
still
needs
looks
to
pretty
be.
intense. It looks like a Megalight rather than like...
Like the extra little dip into the brakes. Wait, let me reset. But yeah, the inspiration's obvious. This is Mini Sky Rush by Carter. Really fast lift.
Yeah.
I like the 5 rows. Oh, the lower restraints are still up.
Whoops.
Oh,
Oh, they're definitely ejected out of their seats now.
Yeah, very true to the original on this one.
Maybe a little too much. So
Yeah,
for
maybe
the
maybe a
challenge.
little too true in the aspect of speed, at least. But that's okay. It's still cool to see.
no.
Well, I feel like the
very-
Sky Rush layout could have made for an interesting like wooden coaster.
It could make for an interesting win.
I was just thinking that. I was literally just thinking that. Like, why would it actually like work as like a family gravity group?
Mind Blower 2.0.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting idea. But this one's cool. I like the idea of a mini Sky Rush. Like, anyways, I feel like this layout is like such a good option for this.
You get a zero force coaster. That's the Sky Rush layout.
Yeah. Do a Zero Tivoli.
Yeah.
Alright, let's take a look at the next one here.
Skyrush layout with 20-car long trains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. This is cool.
Alright, this is Coaster
Yeah,
Jappy.
stuff with, like muted stuff.
He says, note only the first ride has audio. So we'll get on the first ride. You better not get me copy strike though.
Because you're gonna make so much money off of this
Oh my
video
gosh.
otherwise.
Yeah, well, I don't even have 1,000 subs yet, so I'm not making any.
Oh.
I just don't want the video to get muted.
So it's speed of sound, but a little family coaster. Oh, there's.
We're gonna box 3. Let's go.
That's
station
a
is
pretty
the-
funny reveal. Yes, it is speed of sound. What's the original one? They called it slow of sound. This is such a slow boomerang lift.
Yeah.
It's for the audio sync, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, probably.
Let's go.
Yeah.
These layouts really aren't all that much without
Yeah.
anything in any of the inversions.
It's made by the effect.
Oh, I like the
Wrote
big
the bunch of
speakers.
speakers. Reminds me of a lovely coaster mine creation.
Back in the station. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what you would expect. Oh, and they got the rest of the park in the background. That's cute. Man, this is on 4 times speed. That's
Yeah.
real slow lift.
Imagine waiting for this ride.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, I've gotten to ride the original. It's definitely the best boomerang.
Makes sense.
But yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Just replace the Cobra roll with a turn. And I guess an S
vertical
hill,
loop with a wiggle.
and then a loop with a mass
Yeah.
bend.
Exactly.
That's funny. Very nice. Oh, let's get the return. Very cool. Alright, let's see the next one here. This one is by Waldo Lar.
This is.
Oh, this one. I'm very excited for this.
Yeah, I think I saw he was posting about this one. Who's got the Peep Pack? I mean, we all know what this one is already, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea what this could possibly be. Like, I don't know, man.
I guess 40 miles an hour is just faster than I would think.
Yeah.
I think they said that this also was a little bit faster than the template, or than the rules technically should have been.
Well, in that case, disqualified. I'm just kidding.
Thank you. Sorry, Waldo.
So far, very true to the original.
Yeah.
Drive tires. on
Oh,
the
we
launch
still
is
got the
funny.
2 inversions there.
Still got the 2 inversions there.
Oh, it's 1. Kind of made it bank,
Oh, did it? I have to take a look at
Yeah.
that from off-ride.
but
That's very true to the original layout.
Yeah.
Turning the regular loop into a non-inverting loop. It's very tight.
Yeah. I guess it's just my opinion, but I feel like a non-inverting loop, especially one that tight, is probably a bit much for family coaster.
I know that Mauer had that concept with a non-inverting loop on a spinner.
Yeah, but their non-inverting loop is super wide. Oh, and also they did build it. It's the Now You See Me coaster.
Oh yeah, that's true. They did, didn't they? Yeah, this is more.
It's more like you know, really wide 180-degree turn, and then another 180-degree turn after that.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Which probably would have potentially done a little bit better here.
Yeah.
But this is still pretty cool. You could have like taken the exit for this down over to this side and made it a little bit wider or something.
Maybe.
Put the supports and the everything using the Gerstlauer track. You could have used the Gerstlauer track with the Mauer trains still. That might have looked. That might have been a little bit more. Or, well, I guess the Mauer trains are closer to the Max Spinner trains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But very cute. It says this is Ride to Happiness. A family-fied ride to happiness using the Gerstlauer spinning coaster with 2-car trains. Includes a bonus coaster that, while fitting the criteria, is not to be counted. Which I guess is this one. Which is a standard Aero double cork.
Oh yeah. 40 miles an hour and 2 inversions.
I guess so. Very nice. Yeah, this one's cool. I like the interpretation of this. Alright, let's take a look at the next one here. Alright, this one is by Grand Crackers. It says, I'm back after a short hiatus and now I'm locked in.
Gotta think, what ride could this be? Oh, Outlaw Run. I think.
Interesting.
I think it's Outlaw Run. Let me watch this go through its layout.
No way, it's not Outlaw Run.
You sure? No, this is.
Yeah, it's absolutely looks like Outlaw Run.
Yeah, yep, this is Outlaw Run.
It is, it's Outlaw Run. They called it Outlaw Crawl.
In-law walk.
The moves pretty well.
In-law walk.
The mini wave turn.
Yeah,
I like just the straight section of the breaks. That works, honestly, I think.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get another. This is one that works really well. It's a little family coaster, I think.
Ooh, I'll be back at Silver Dollar City on the 25th.
I need to go back to that park.
Nice.
I haven't been back since they built Time Traveler.
Dang.
I haven't been there ever.
I haven't been there since June of last year.
I've only been once, and it was in 2015.
Yeah.
This is very true to the original Outlaw layout.
Yeah.
With straight section and everything.
Yeah, upper 000.
You could have just done the 2 inversions right there.
That's
Like,
yeah, you could have.
You could have, but yeah, it's probably not.
Yeah, I feel like putting an inversion on your family layout is a huge risk. You better like.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
you're turning it into from like Wacky Taxi into Mind Blower there.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that one.
Yeah, but this is really cute. I like this. This is again exactly what I was hoping we would see things like. So very cute. Let's take a look at the next one here.
I wonder what this ride could possibly be based on, just based off the title alone.
This one is by Vertical Thrills.
I'm not reading the title.
I don't know what this could be based on, guys. Like, I'm really out of guesses here, honestly.
I'm trying not to look at the title, so I want to figure out what it is. The colors.
Okay, well,
POV Smiler.
Yeah.
Is it
This is interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's Smiler, probably.
Yeah, it's Smiler. They called it the Frowner.
Really interesting interpretation.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how we took 14 down to 2, or potentially
Or
0
0
with this. So far, this is
it's
working
either you
pretty
just
good.
turn it into a bump or a turn when it comes to.
I'm assuming this is supposed to be like a Fire Chaser Express type.
Yeah, that's a vibe it's giving me as well.
Yeah. This would be a very fun family coaster.
I think, ironically, the footprint here is probably bigger than the original.
Maybe. The bobsled does have a narrower track gauge.
It does.
Yeah, it's like points. It's like almost half of what Smiler's rail gauge is.
It is. But the Smiler is also, like, incredibly compact.
Yeah.
But they said, Gerstlauer family coaster, enjoy the Marbleizer from Wish. Sorry about the brutal pacing at the end. I was really hoping not to run out of gas with such a long layout and speed limitation, but luckily it barely makes it. I like the use of a helix there for that sequence.
The Z circle. That's cool. And hanging out sideways. Bump, beep, bump, beep, bump, beep.
Oh, we're so close.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a little lift into the brakes at the end. That works.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if Mauer could do it with their Now You See Me coaster.
Yeah.
That's
The
true.
bizarre, like, curved lift tilt that goes into the brake run.
I mean, if they can do it on Lost Coaster.
Yeah.
Lost Coaster, which is
Whatever it
obviously, ironically more true to the form than this, or this way.
I think we're in for another Smiler inspiration as well.
I think there might be.
I really like that sideways air moment right there. Like, that would be a really cool moment for a family coaster.
Yeah, this one.
Oh, no, the one on the far left.
Far left?
Yeah, the one. No. The one next to the. Yeah, just on your left. That one.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
this
a
one.
really cool.
Oh, yeah, I didn't
Right.
process it. That's what you're talking about. But like all of
Okay.
these are very like shaped true to form. You've done a really good job here of keeping the original layout, but still interpreting it in the new way. Because yeah, this whole sequence here is the sea serpent roll, basically.
Yeah, it's like flattened out.
Yeah, that's cool. I don't think I'm gonna wait for the first half again. This is so long, but
We get it.
yeah, we get it. This is very cool. I'm a big fan of this one. And the Marbleizer made out of street lamps is fun.
Yeah.
That's fun. But yeah, super cool one here. Good job. Let's take a look at the next one. Alright, this one is by Funky Penguin.
I'm very curious to see what he made.
And they said, thanks for hosting. Thanks for participating.
Yeah. Now, what is this? Oh, is this El Toro?
Oh yeah, it's gotta be El Toro.
El Toro, this is so cute.
That was
Oh my god,
fast.
it's like El Toro if it was at Bay Beach Amusement Park and Zip and Pippin.
Oh, and they put it in the same park as the other entries.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, they called it El Tora.
Yeah. Whee! Oh my god, yeah. This does remind me a lot of Zip and Pippin. Okay, okay, never mind.
These shows would be like crazy for a family ride. Like, these would be like Wild Train era. This would be so fun.
This is pretty true to original shaping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it still works,
Bottom,
especially as like a gravity
the
group.
black.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fun.
Yeah, that's very
Great
nice.
little-
Let's reset there. And yeah, they got the previous week's entries. That's fun. Oh, you gotta put path around this one.
Hmm.
Very fast lift and
King Dakar looks very different.
yeah, it's a little bit different.
Just slightly. It's just repainted King Ka guys.
Oh, the 3-car trains are really cute too.
Yeah, that far turnaround is. Yeah, some of the, I don't know. Looks pretty cool.
I'd say it's family friendly.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I think overall.
The family gravity group.
Yeah.
Yeah, this might have been a little better with Timberliners.
It might have, yeah, but it's more true to the
Yeah.
original with the 3 benches, so
Yeah.
you get a pass. Yeah, this is really cute. I like this one a lot. Definitely true to the original there, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very cute. Alright, let's do the next one here. Alright, this one is by One Zenith.
Oh, Fury.
Yeah, they just called it Mini Fury. I feel like Fury 35 would have been funny.
Fury 35 meters.
They say it's an
Fury
88-foot
32
tall
foot.
B&M Hyper based roughly on Fury's layout, beginning with twists and ending with airtime hills.
This is like very like it reminds me of like Penguin track shaping wise.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to see how that one rides, but so far you're true to the original and sticking with the new thing. You just gotta use the new trains, right?
So crazy.
Oh,
It's
you
really
Airtime
such a
looks
fun
really
little
you
hike.
skip the helix.
Yeah.
Cut out the fat.
Cut out the arguably the most family coaster already part of the ride.
Yeah.
This also features some funky supports because I got bored while making them.
And some fun
That's
Okay,
some funky
I
supports,
love-
alright, yeah. Alright, let's reset to... The shaping on this first thing is kind of goofy. I like it.
Yeah.
I know Gravity Group has proved that kids can handle some pretty strong airtime, but I am noticing that there's a lot of entries that seem to have very strong airtime.
Yeah,
Maybe not,
especially
like,
for a
very
B&M.
strong, but it's like the ends of those trains, you'd be flying.
It is
Yeah,
kind of a
that's
long
fun,
train, but I'm not sure how... Well, I guess if it had the penguin check trains, it would be that long too.
Yeah.
This is really
Just gotta
cute
go
though.
trucking.
It is loosely Fury, yeah.
Mm.
Man, if the colors didn't give it away already.
Yeah.
Very cute. I like it. Let's take a look at the next one. Alright, this is by ML Designs.
Oh, Flying Ace.
Ooh
That's a
yes.
spinning coaster.
Ooh yeah.
That is exactly what it is.
Multiple block sections. Yeah, now
That's
this
funny.
is a good interpretation.
This is
I like
so
the,
funny.
Called it Spinning Aces.
The violent like first draw.
Another non-inverting loop on a 2-car Gerslar spinner.
Yeah.
Oh no, I guess it's just one. It
No,
just
this is a
looked
single car.
like, it just looked like 2 on the...
Yeah. Again, I feel like that non-inverting loop might be a little too tight for family coaster, but
Adding in all the blocks and just places where they like totally could be is funny.
yeah.
Yeah, just come with the big airtime bells.
Oh, and
Like,
the lift truss.
I
That's really nice.
really appreciate the radically different interpretation, where it's a totally different ride.
Yeah.
It's not like the ride
Ooh
scaled
la
down.
la.
It's just completely
Yeah.
different.
Although
Oh,
kept
and we still got our inversion.
still kept the corkscrew.
Okay, never mind. The non-inverting loop is fine now.
That's so fun.
That contextualizes it as this is a step above.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Such a fun ride.
But it's very true to the. This has a lot of the same vibes as the Mauer spinner with the non-inverting loop,
Yeah.
with just like weirdly spaced out.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I mean, that's how the original. Ooh, it's like funky twisted.
It's like pit special type. Kind
Yeah,
of.
yeah, yeah.
It's dope. That's such a cool way to shape a non-inverted loop.
The lift truss is fun.
So that Mauer doesn't sue you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did patent that, didn't they?
Yeah.
Wait, it's okay,
I
guys.
don't
We
know
have
if they actually really
non-inverted loop
enforce
at home.
that though.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
have
no.
non-inverting loop at home. This is yeah, very true interpretation of Flying Aces. He says notable inspiration moments is the truss lift with 2 supports. Yeah. The double down coming off of MCBR1 is a nod to the speed hill on the ride with the IRL one. The traditional Gerstlauer turn after MCBR3 in place of the 180 turn on the real one, which, yeah,
In place of the what?
I guess it just turns around flat on the real one.
Yeah. Okay.
And then red station structure, nod to the Ferrari roof.
Man, I always forget you could recolor the station structure.
Yeah, you can. Nobody ever thinks about that. Ooh, with the turntable transfer too.
Although, if I'm thinking about recoloring my station structure, I'm just going to make a custom station with some scalable build shapes.
Yeah, usually I just build a custom station if I'm thinking that far into it. But very cool. Yeah, this is a cool one. I like this one.
Yeah.
Spinning Aces. Alright, let's take a look at the next one. I wonder what this one is. I wonder who made this one.
Oh, whoever made this one must be like a legend.
Yeah, they must really know what they're doing.
On the planet.
Ugh.
I'd love to be that person. Wouldn't you, Carl?
I don't know.
This is such a cool interpretation.
Yeah, this is a really cool interpretation.
Thank you.
If it wasn't obvious, this is by Zonies.
Yeah.
And, well, I guess you already know what it is, and KW Test 66S already knows what it is. So this is Titan over Texas, interpreted as a Gerstlauer bobsled.
Free supports on multiple levels are like so cool.
Yeah, taking this like S bend into this kind of S bend is like so fun. With the helixes keeping form.
That is so cool. How the tree supports like are shared between that top
Oh
turn
yeah, I
and
didn't
bottom
even see
turn.
that. And just the turnaround like this is so funny.
Thank you.
You called it Olympian.
And I wrote some text explaining how I arrived to Olympian. I basically like looked up what are the Titans and what is like a thing that is not a Titan.
Yeah, no, because the Titans are like the Greek thing. You said the Titans, known as the Elder Gods, ruled the earth before the Olympians overthrew them. So you're getting into that Greek mythology.
Thank you, Wikipedia, for helping me come up with a name.
No, I don't know.
I
what
think
you're
like the
doing.
project
Wikipedia.
name.
You're telling me you didn't just know that? You didn't read the Lightning Thief
No,
in
no,
like
yeah,
grade
I
school?
know.
I haven't read the Lightning Thief in like 10 years.
No, I know they were really good though.
My project
Yes,
file,
sir.
I think it was like and minus tit or something. I think that's what it
That's pretty funny. No, this one's so cool though.
Thank you.
Taking like a completely different style, but like one that works like even better, arguably.
Crazy how like versatile Titan's layout is. I'm applying it to a wooden coaster right now as well, like a CCI.
So you're just a Titan
I'm having to
fanboy.
take some liberties with the wooden coaster interpretation,
Mm.
even more than this. The liberties taken here.
Yeah, I guess it would be good for that too, wouldn't it? But you're just a Titan fanboy, I guess.
Yeah, it's a pretty good ride, I think. I actually really like Titan. So,
Oh yeah,
okay,
very underrated.
depending on the time of year, Titan is better than Texas Giant.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Because Texas Giant's good. You know,
Texas Giant is good in the spring and early summer.
Texas Giant is good, but you can't expect it to be like all the other RMCs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, as long as you go into it expecting that, it's not a problem. And I think
Yeah.
it's really cool. It's just an RMC that rides like a B&M Hyper, which is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a cool one.
Thank you.
Let's take a look at the next one here. Alright, this one is by Cat of the Potatoes.
Ooh. So he actually did turn of the century, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah, they just named it Turn of the Century, which is, I'm
The old
assuming...
name for
Yeah, the old name for Demon. And
Yeah. Oh, there's Demon next
Have
to
you
it.
guys heard the Demon theme song?
Yes.
I have.
It's amazing. It's
There's
so
Demon over
good.
there.
I still like, what is it, the Psyche Underground theme song?
No.
Oh, they just took the loops out, or was that the original layout?
Yeah, Turn of the Century, it
Oh.
was Airtime Hills that didn't have loops.
Oh, I didn't know that.
My friend's mom wrote Turn of the Century, and she tells a story about writing it and then catching someone's pens that fell out of their pocket
That's
on the
Damn.
Airtime Hill, and then returning it to him at the end of the ride.
That's funny.
That's why.
So it's basically just a better version of Cedar Point Corkscrew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's an extra Airtime Hill.
But in the comments, they say, yes, this was real. Yes, the lift really was that fast. In Santa Clara, it was still that fast until last year. Yes, Marriott was crazy enough to run 3 trains on this thing. Damn, this had 3 trains? The stacking must have been crazy. They say the overall profiling ride should be fairly accurate, especially pleased with the transition into the double corkscrew. Having ridden the Santa Clara version in its current form, I think I nailed the transition. Having also ridden that one, I think that's pretty good. He says, pay no attention to the speed. It totally stays under 40 miles an hour. Don't make me hit F2.
Definitely.
Don't make me hit F2. This is also included Santa Clara's Demon for sake of comparison. That's this one, I'm assuming. Yes, which is basically the same, but with the loops. And the supports between the vertical loops. Oh, they are goofy, aren't they? Oh, that should have gone on the Twitter account. This one was goofy.
I'm just throwing it back up again.
For anybody who is not aware, I used to run a Twitter account that was called Curse Supports. I don't think I ever advertised it as me, but there was
Yeah, I didn't realize that you ran it like a few weeks ago when you were talking about it. And I'm like, oh!
Oh yeah, no, because I got a ton of followers and I ran it for a while, but I kept all like the posts and people who submitted in the drafts in Twitter, and one day I logged in and it just completely deleted all of my drafts, so I gave up on it.
Oh.
And you know, Twitter's a mess anyways now, so that one's dead on the water, unfortunately. But yeah, they also said supports are close enough, didn't have time or patience to replicate them exactly, especially for the airtime hills, for which no good quality photos really exist. I believe you. These look pretty good. And you know, you can only do so much with the aero supports too. But this is cool. It's not quite the spirit of the contest I was going for, but it still works. And very well done, for sure. I like the colors. Alright, let's take a look at the next one here. Alright, this one is by Horse Meat.
Oh, this is the,
Oh, Pantheon.
yeah. The Pantheon mine train.
Which they call Parthenon.
Parthenon. Got that stupid parade too. Oh, it actually has
This is
themed.
like so cute.
Yeah, it's themed more than the actual one.
Remember when
That hurts. That hurts.
T's cared about their parks presentation?
Okay, it couldn't be me. But in case it wasn't clear, this is a Aero Mine Train reimagining of Pantheon.
Yeah.
It says Parthenon is an Aero Mine Train that uses the same layout as Pantheon BGW. Really happy with the way this turned out, especially the scenery.
Yeah.
It's better than the real one.
There's swing launch right here.
Yeah. I'm going forward, backward, and forward
Going
again.
into the top hat.
Going to the top hat, guys. Gonna get checked out my seat. The negative
The
1 G air
beyond
back.
vertical drop by the water, kind of.
Let's go.
Whoa.
So
And the
thrilling.
reverse bank is crazy. Whoa.
Yeah,
Yeah, whoa.
nuts.
Then the speed hill.
Stall. Let's go, guys.
Crazy stall.
Let's go. The head chopper.
This is so. I
Little
really
S
like
bangs.
it. I like this. I think
Let's do the wall stall and the brakes.
completely different.
Whoa.
Which is awesome. But like.
Completely different, but still like recognizable and
Yeah.
obvious. That's so funny. No, I like this one. It feels so short without the triple launch section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna wait through the whole thing on this one because the lifts are so slow. But the transitions and everything are very true to speed,
Yeah.
or true to the style. I'm assuming you made this with the FED straight sections, like you did with the Aero Hyper before. Oh wait, no, that was somebody else. But it's still very, very true to the style and very true to the contest guidelines. I like it. Oh, and the bridge too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 3D. That's fun. And the train. Very nice. Yeah, I like this one. This one's iconic. Alright, let's take a look at the next one here.
So nice.
Alright, this one is by L24.
Oh, yeah, I've seen this one. I'm really excited for this.
Oh, Monto.
Part that's very sentimental to me.
That was fast. Oh, they use the
They used my Gerst inverse trains, it looks like.
yeah, to get the point across. I guess the proper ones are coming
Yeah.
soon. But yeah, they called it
Whatever.
they called it Rise of Monto.
Monty, I told him
Oh, I like
Monty
how it
was
had the lift go short to then do a turnaround. Kind of like Wildcat's Revenge.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's fun, just like the swoopies.
Place the emblem with that.
0G
Oh,
roll.
we do got one
Yeah.
one inversion. A launch.
Little bunch.
This is dope.
Okay, and then here we are at the
Okay, let's go.
Batwing.
Don't know Batwing. I was wondering how it was going to stretch the ride out to that, like, to the Batwing area. Wow, makes sense. Just hit a launch on that. This is such a fun layout, man.
Oh, another launch.
Another one.
Second loop.
This would be, like, ridiculously fun in real life. Like, it almost reminds me, like, kind of like a launch Big Bear Mountain, almost.
Kind of, yeah, but inverted.
Or, like, inverted Big Bear Mountain, damn it. But
Other than last inversion.
another roll.
And into the brakes.
A long day.
Whenever I'm at Busch Gardens, Tampa, I would call Monto just Monto. It would be Mon2 frickin' extreme. This would be Mon.
Just
Yeah.
want to.
I'm so sentimental for BGT. it.
What?
I'm very sentimental for BGTs, so it just makes me very happy to see a BGT ride represented in the competition.
I actually have probably been to BGT more than BGW.
I know I have. I've only been to BGW once and BGT 3 times now.
Well, despite
Yeah,
being like from like the Virginia area, like BGT.
There's a lot pulling you to Orlando, I guess.
Well, yeah, there's family down there. But yeah, this is a cool interpretation. The bowing into these like double helixes and everything. The double section here is kind of cool. Very true to the original, colors wise and general layout shaping. Very nice. Let's take a look at the next one here. This one is by Matrix Coasters. See, there's some footer clips in the tunnel, but can't really get them out. Also not good enough at Blender to try and recreate the theming stuff.
Another Smiler. With the, full-size Infinity Trains.
A family Infinity coaster.
There's another Smiler. They called it the Giggler.
Yeah.
Similar approach for this part, but at a different scale.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I was like cool how they made like a dive movement on inverted, just like sideways.
Yeah.
And then the Cobra roll. Or, well, no, I guess the Batwing. And then the corkscrew. I was thinking about the Smiler layout today. About how it was all laid out.
Yeah.
British people are not at all British people, but there's a lot of people that are really weird about the Smiler.
Yeah, I don't know why it's attracted such a crazy following.
I feel like
Oh, that was a cool way to do that.
there are certain other places that have like cult followings as well, like in the US also.
Yeah, but
Not quite with the
Not
same
out.
energy.
yeah, this Smiler weirdness is another level.
Okay, I see how it is.
You know, like you've got some passionate enthusiasts for rides in the States, but usually they're not like of the DeviantArt variety.
Yeah.
Like the one roll at the end.
Yeah. We're not saying it's not okay. It's just strange when it
I
comes
gotta
to
look
the
this up.
Smiler obsession.
But this is a cool interpretation of this.
Yeah.
It's interesting how some of the things were done pretty similarly to the other one, but like in a totally different way.
Yeah.
Very nice. I'm not going to take a look at the first half again. This is another one that's probably bigger than the original one. This one, yeah, this is a cool interpretation. I like this one. Very nice. Let's take a look at the next one here. Next one here. This one is by Quotition.
Oh, I'm really excited for this one.
Alright, let's see if I can figure this out. Oh my god! It's
Yeah?
Finchs Flight. There it is.
I love this.
They called it Finch's Flight. This hit a little rough because I had to fix some spots in NL2, so I'm assuming this is like an FVD.
Yeah. I remember when they were posting their progress pics of this in FPD.
Yeah, we got the nice wild
There's like a
mouse.
really cool retrofit for Falcons.
Yeah, this is a really nice, fun little
Here we
adaptation.
go.
Even put in the downward launch. Whoa! Yeah, it doesn't even have airtime. Yeah.
It's crazy how high speed this feels, even though it's like not really that fast in the grand
This is
scheme of
awesome.
things.
I
Like, it
feel
still
like-
feels like blistering.
I feel like adapting this layout should be allowed to go 45 miles an hour.
Yeah. The supports could be a little denser with the 2-tube track.
In some spots, yeah, probably.
Just bump it up to tri-tube. Everything will be okay.
True.
Yeah. Yeah, they probably could have. Yeah, that is probably a perfect spacing for tri-tube.
Yeah, it might even be a little bit dense for tri-tube. This is probably closer to all right. You could probably
Yeah.
use one more in the turns, but the straight sections are fine.
Yeah, not a lot of stress there. Downward boost tires.
And that's so funny.
Yeah.
It almost valleys.
The way this
Also, I just know. Oh my god, it's a single car bob. Weirdly, this reminds me of that one like backyard wooden coaster that was like the single car. Like,
Oh,
kinda
yeah.
big and had a big turn.
I could see that.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Very cute.
That is crazy.
Yeah, this the way the supports are on this is like something. It just looks right.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
does.
The arch is very well done.
Yeah. Yeah, but very cute. I like this one quite a bit. Very nice. Alright, let's see the next one here. Okay, this one is by Stampida 305. He said didn't have time for theming.
I wonder what ride this is.
Shami B.
Yay!
Using your penguin shark trains again.
Again, yeah, it's cool to see these trains getting used, you know?
But yeah, it is they called it
Yeah,
Shami. They called it Shami.
Oh.
It's an interpretation of Shambhala.
That's a new interpretation of the ampersand.
Yeah, it is.
Aren't you the helix on Himalayan Eagle?
Himalayan Eagle.
Himalayan Eagle music roller coaster.
Oh, is that the yellow one
B&M
that's like abandoned?
No, not the abandoned one. It goes above like a river rapids.
Oh, it's the
and
one that
stuff.
doesn't have a single straight hill on it.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, this is very cute. I like the chain return.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I bother to put a chain return.
I feel like I only ever do on a couple different styles, like wings. I always do. For some
For me,
reason.
it's just how presentable I feel like making my project.
That's true.
Most of the time, I'm good at just getting it supported, and then I'm like, all right, that's done.
Yeah.
And then other times, I'm like, I want to put more detail. And it'll go so far as to make like a chain motor out of support.
Oh yeah, no, I don't even go that far. Unless it's like roundup. If it's a roundup, I'll put the time in. But if it's not one of those, then it doesn't matter. Yeah, this is really cute. I think this is pretty accurate, at least, to what something like this would be from them. Very cute. And true to the original layout for the most part. I think there's a couple hills that are cut, but you know, when it's a family coaster and you're short on speed, you kind of gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Because the real one goes like down and around and has a second MCBR.
Yeah.
But this one, very cute. Alright, we got one late one here from Chaos. So we don't have anybody else joining us. But here is their ride. Let's see if you can guess it before I reveal. Ooh, where is it? Motorbike. If it wasn't already pretty obvious by the rock work and whatnot, this is based off of Terran, and they've called it Teeny Terran and turned it into an intimate motorbike, it looks like. Slightly different approach for the launch sequence, it looks like. Happens with perks. Honestly, it's been a while since I've ridden Terran, so I don't remember the original layout perfectly, I think. And the clearance envelope here isn't going to be perfect. This is a different style of car. But it seems like you have all the core elements from it, like the two hills before the brakes, the side to side going down, first like overbank airtime hill, and then the twisted hill. You moved the station up to the location of the first launch, and then the second launch was moved back much farther. Still all there. Very nice. That's a fun little one. And the rocks are an interesting method of doing them here. Very nice. And I think that is all. That was, in fact, the last one. So all we really have left to do here now is to go over the winners of the previous week before this one, where the prompt was to make a coaster that did not roll through 0 degrees ever. So if you wanted to change banking direction, you had to go upside down again. And for this one, we did not have a clean sweep. We've got 2 different ones. For overall best, in 3rd place, we had L24's Cyclone. In 2nd place, we had Vertical Thrills with the Batman and Robin, the Resurgence, which was the dueling, like, freeze type things. Yeah. 2 coasters in them for the price of 1, you know? But for overall best, number 1 was High Fish with Fenrir, which I don't remember exactly which one that was, but
I believe it was the Blitz, the light blue Blitz.
Light blue Blitz. Let me open that.
I remember it. It's one of my favorite layouts that he's done, I think.
I'll trust you. And then for best use of template, there was actually a 2-way tie for 2nd. We had Waldolar's Roll It and Fenrir, again by High Fish, both with 3 votes for 2nd place. And 1st place was Vertical Thrills again with Batman and Robin, the Resurgence, with 4 votes, taking 1st place for the best use of template. So, congratulations.
Congratulations.
congratulations again to those winners, Highfish and Vertical Thrills. It's always nice to see, just the kind of variety that shows up in these contests, even though, you can expect to see the same thing over and over again sometimes, but that it almost never actually happens. It's very refreshing. But without further ado from that, let's get into this week's contest prompt. Now, 2 weeks ago, we did the Never Touch Zero, the Rollin' contest, which was kind of a spiritual successor to the Clockwise competition, which is one of the very first ones that I hosted. I think it was the third one. And this week's, which is called Rings of Fire, you may have guessed correctly, is going to be a spiritual successor to the very first contest that we did on this channel. I think we only got like 9 or 7 entries to that one. It was a really small one, just because it was the first and nobody knew about it, I think. But the idea for that one was that there was a single ring in the middle of the template, and you just had to pass through that ring as many times as possible. And we're not doing exactly the same thing again for this one. But if I open up the template here, and yes, there is a template for this week, you'll see that we don't just have one ring, but we have a number of them. There are 5 in total. And your prompt for this week is still to pass through as many, get as many ring passes in as you possibly can. But it's going to be a little different now that there's multiple rings. So instead of jamming absolutely as many passes as you can into a single ring, you have to get as many passes as you can in through, across 5 different rings. And you don't have to pass through them in any specific order. In fact, it's worth noting you don't have to pass through all of them in the first place. Like this purple one up in the corner here is, I think the top of the ring is right at 150 feet tall. If you want to build a ride shorter than that, you just don't have to use that ring. That's totally fine. The only restriction here is that if you want to pass through a ring multiple times, you can't do 2 passes through the same ring in a row. So, for example, if you wanted to pass through this red ring in the center, which is the biggest one, 2 times, you would have to go off and pass through the yellow ring and then come back, or go off and pass through the blue ring and then come back. You couldn't pass through the red ring and then turn around and pass through the red ring again immediately. You would have to go and pass through another ring and come back. Now that being said, unlike the previous one, I'm not going to consider these rings to be solid objects. However, the entire train should be able to pass through the ring. So you don't have to worry about the train's clearance passing through the ring, but the entire train itself should pass through the ring. And if I've measured this all correctly, then even the smallest ring should be able to fit a full-size B&M wing coaster train. But your goal is still to get as many ring passes as possible. So even if you only use like the green and the red ring in the center, if you're going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and I guess you'd have to use at least 2, then you can still rack up a very considerable number of ring passes, even if you're only using 2 of the rings. So just to reiterate that you do not have to use all of the rings. You don't even have to use, if you want to use only 2, then you totally could. But they're all different sizes, they're all in different locations, they're all in different orientations, and all you have to do for this week is get as many passes of your coaster through these rings as you possibly can. Everything else is allowed. Terrain editing, extra scenery, any coaster style, all of the usual stuff is still very much on the table. The only restrictions here are that you can't move the rings themselves, and you can't pass through the same ring twice in a row. So last week we had a pretty freeform week with the Adaptive Family Coaster, so I figured it's time to get back to a template, make something a little bit more intentionally restrictive, but not too restrictive, you know, and still fun for everyone. But I think that about does it for this week's contest. As always, the submission form is going to be down in the description, as well as the form to vote for your favorite that you saw this week. The template download is also going to be in the description, right next to the submission form. And just like last week, and from now on, well, from then on going forward, probably, submissions are going to be due at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fridays. And then I'll try and have these videos out on the following Sunday. Which hopefully is when you're seeing this video, but we'll see how that works out. Hopefully. It's looking good. But I think that about wraps it up for this week. Ask any questions in the comments, or find a way to get in touch with me if you have any questions. But other than that, I will see you next week.